Good morning. I'm Susan Jane Harper Renault. I've been asked to again look at a research study for NBC. This time we're going to look at the effect of physical education teachers' computer literacy on technology use in physical education because of its effective research, including the use of an ANOVA technique. And an analysis of variance is a statistical method used to test the differences between two or more means. This article by Rolf Kresham is very interesting because it is rare to see a study whose purpose is to investigate the relationship between PE teachers' computer literacy and their technology use in a PE classroom, which this study did. When I talk about a special class like PE, I'm also including art, music, drama, and dance, which means there are classes outside a regular division classroom such as math, science, English, and social studies. The method and the procedures were they asked for participants. They asked 57 high school level PE teachers with the average age of 48. 26 were male and 31 were female. They had asked over 100, but for various reasons, such as like declining not to participate for the time element, disinterest, or they didn't like research in general, only 57 completed the study. A questionnaire survey was used that contained a section for personal data such as age and gender, a section on their feelings about how they thought their computer literacy was, and a section for instructional technology, which means old and new media used in PE. The computer literacy section had 10 items, which average scores were pooled into a subscale, M equal 2.88 plus or minus 1.02. The items were listed on a 5-point Likert scale, 5 being very good and 1 being very poor, and included aspects according to computer hardware and software functionalities. The reliability analysis of this subscale returned excellent values. Cronbach's was 0.9. In the instructional technology section, the PE teachers were asked about the frequency of including instructional technology in media in their PE classes using another 5-point Likert type scale, with 5 being very often and 1 being never as well. The analysis of the collected data and used statistical, that's a tough one for me, statistical procedures such as correlations, the t-test, the Mann-Whitney test, one-way analysis of variance, the ANOVA, and Fisher's LSD post hoc test were included to be sure of the accuracy. The procedures were set, statistical procedures were set at alpha being 0.05, and then the statistical procedures were performed using the IBM SPSS software. The results showed that of the 57 PE teachers, 10 were assessed at low-level computer literacy, 26 were on the average of computer literacy, and they were grouped into a high level of computer literacy at 36%. There were no significant differences in the PE teachers' literacy regarding gender. Looking at the t-test, P was 0.05, which suggested that there was a 5% chance that the results of the study occurred by chance alone. The PE teacher's age and computer literacy were significantly correlated with Spearman's R.38, P less than 0.01, which means a moderate positive relationship. The p-value, or calculated probability, is the probability of finding the observed or more extreme results when the null hypothesis of a study question is true. And then the definition of extreme depends on how the hypothesis is going to be tested. The results implied that the PE teachers tended not to use technology in their PE classes other than with sound systems and images and video. The PE teachers' age and computer literacy were significantly related with Spearman's R equal 0.38, P less than 0.01, again with a value of 0.5 indicating that if there was a 50-50 chance that the study findings had a moderate positive relationship significance. The relationship suggested that technology had been reinvented after most of these teachers had received their bachelor's degree and their teacher training. The women tended to use sound systems more often than the men, and the men tended to use equipment such as overhead projectors, which is quite out of date. We must take caution with these results to show that most of the participants did not use technology because it would take over movement time. And that's the job of a PE teacher, is to have their students move and use their muscles and become fit. Because this sample's participants were older, they did not grow up on technology experiences, so they didn't transfer their home use to their classrooms as readily and tended to have negative bias towards its use in the classroom. However, some of the participants in the study taught other subjects where technology was used more often. Therefore, it can be concluded that the more computer literacy that the PE teachers had, the more technology would have been used in the PE classroom. Statistically significant differences were found between PE teachers' computer literacy levels in regard to instructional technology and media use, and that was through the ANOVA, accompanied by the LSD post hoc test to additional proof. In only 3 of the 15 instructional media, and this suggests that computer literacy levels do not influence traditional instructional media use, but it does in the portable ICT use and digital camera use. This is interesting. The p-values increased with the computer literacy comfort and excellence of the teachers. The statistically non-significant varying results for PCs compared with the statistically significant results for laptops can be explained that the laptops were being portable. Again, this was done in 2015, and there was no mention of portable types such as smartphones and tablets. It should be cautioned in this study's limitations that there was very little mention, in fact no mention, of the wireless capabilities that would ensure internet accessibility in PE classrooms. It also should be noted that only high school PE teachers were chosen for the study, with lower grade teachers having differing possible opinions. It is troubling to me that there were no statistically significant differences between low-level computer literacy PE teachers and average-level computer literacy teachers, with P being 0.21. 57 participants is also a small number of participants to be used in enabling the prediction of a conclusion for a larger population of PE teachers who do use technology.